Okay, today's lesson is on parallel and perpendicular lines. First, we're going to talk about parallel lines. Parallel lines are two lines that continue forever and ever in both directions and never cross or intersect. Okay, there's one thing that two lines need in order to be parallel, and it is the same slope. Okay, so we want to write the equation of a line that passes through the given point and is parallel to the given line. So we need to decide what our slope is. Looking at this equation, what is our slope? Well, that line is in y equals mx plus b, and m is our slope, so our slope is 5. We are given a point, xy, and m. The easiest equation to write with a point and a slope is point-slope form. So y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, where m is 5, x is 4, and y is 7. Done. Okay, looking at the second one, y equals mx plus b, so m is 2/3. Okay, and we have a point and a slope. So y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Y minus -2 equals 2/3 times x minus 3. Minus a negative is plus, so y plus 2 equals 2/3 x minus 3. Okay. This next one, we cannot easily pick out the slope until we solve for y. So I'm going to solve for y since it's in standard form. Minus 8x minus 8x, 4y equals 5 minus 8x, divide by 4, divide by 4, y equals 5/4 minus 8 divided by 4 is 2x. Okay, the number multiplied by x is -2. So our slope is -2, and we still have a point, which isn't that our y-intercept? Because we put 0 in for x and get our y-intercept, okay? So I'm going to write it in slope-intercept form. Y equals, oops, I forgot the negative. Thank you for telling me. 2x minus 8. Try the next one on your own. Pause the video and try it. The first thing we need to do is solve for y. Minus 5x minus 5x, -10y equals 3 minus 5x. Divide by -10, divide by -10. Y equals -3/10 plus, because it's minus divided by a negative divided by a negative, and 5 is half of 10. Okay, so my slope is 1/2. Okay, because I don't automatically have my y-intercept, I'm going to go back to the slope-intercept form. Point-slope form. That is slope-intercept form. And write y minus 11 equals 1/2 times x plus 9. Why did I have it be plus? Because I'm subtracting because of the formula, and it's a -9. Subtracting a negative is plus. Okay, so we want to write an equation of a line that passes through the given point and is perpendicular. Okay, perpendicular lines do not have the same slope. Perpendicular lines have slopes that are opposite reciprocals. Okay, opposite means opposite sign. Okay, reciprocals means flip the fraction. Okay, let's do a couple examples. So we start with 1/3. The opposite reciprocal, the opposite would be negative. The reciprocal would be 3/1. Okay, so these two slopes, if they had lines, would be perpendicular to each other, meaning they would meet at a right angle. Okay, what about -3? Okay, the opposite would be positive, and if I were to make this a fraction by dividing it by 1, I would then flip the fraction and it would be 1/3. Okay, see how it goes backwards from here to here, and then here to here, and they're exactly opposite. Okay. So the slope of this line is 3. Okay, what is the opposite reciprocal of 3? The opposite reciprocal of 3 is -1/3. Okay, negative in sign and flip the fraction, making 3/1. Okay, now I have a slope and a point. So y plus 1 plus, because it's minus a negative, -1/3 times x minus 1. Done. Okay, here my slope is 2/3. M equals negative, because it's the opposite of positive, 3/2, flipping that fraction over. I have a point and a slope. It looks like it might be the y-intercept, but it's not. Okay, because this is actually an x-intercept, so we're still going to use point-slope form. Y minus 0 equals -3/2 x minus 5. Do I need the minus 0? No. Y equals -3/2 x minus 5. Okay. Try the next one on your own. Try the next one on your own. Opposite of negative is positive. Flipping the fraction, we get 5/1. 5/1 is just 5. We have a slope and a point. Y plus 7 equals 5 times x plus, oops, I messed up, minus 3. Y plus 7 equals 5 times x minus 3. Careful that the equation is minus, not positive. Okay. And solve for y. 2x plus 2x. 5y equals 1 plus 2x. Divide by 5. Divide by 5. Y equals 1/5 plus 2/5 x. Okay, so my slope is the one that's multiplied by x, which is 2/5. The opposite reciprocal of that would be -5/2. So I have a slope and I have a point. Y plus 11 equals -5/2 x plus minus 10. I almost did it again. I almost made that same mistake twice. Jeez. Okay. Try that next one on your own. Try that next one on your own. minus 8x minus 8x. 3y equals 7 minus 8x. Divide by 3, divide by 3. Y equals 7/3 minus 8/3 x. Okay, slope is negative 8/3. Opposite is positive 3/8. Y plus 8 minus a negative equals 3/8 x plus 4. This time I can do the plus. Okay. Determine which of the following lines, if any, are parallel or perpendicular. Okay, so looking at line A has a slope of 8. Okay, line B has a slope of 1/8. Line C, I don't know. Let's find out. Minus 8x minus 8x. Y equals negative 8x plus 2. Okay, so the slope of line C is negative 8. Okay, are any of these the same? No. No parallel. Okay, are any of them opposite reciprocals? Okay, the 8 and the negative 8 are opposite, but they're not reciprocals. Okay, the 1/8 and the 8 are opposite because this one's negative. And if I put 8 over 1 and flip the fraction, I would get 1/8. So lines B and C are perpendicular, which means they meet at a right angle. Okay, so slope is negative 2. Oh, snap, I don't even know. Oh, and that 1/3 is supposed to be right down there. That's annoying. Okay, add x, 2y equals 3 plus x, divide by 2, divide by 2. Okay, so we have y equals 3/2. The invisible number in front of x is 1. So plus 1/2 x. Okay, so m is 1/2. 1/2. It's kind of hard to see because that 1/3's in the way and annoying. Okay, solving for y, 2x minus 2x. Y equals 1 minus 2x. Okay, so slope is negative 2. Okay, are there any that are the same? Yes. Okay, line A and B, A and C. I'm making all sorts of mistakes for you guys to make fun of today. A and C are parallel. And I don't have my white out. And both of these are perpendicular to line B because 2 is the reciprocal of 1/2, and that one's positive, and both of those are negative. So line B, dang it, I'm having a hard time. Line B is perpendicular to both A and C. Okay, you try the third one. You try 15. Okay, so m equals negative 3. saves me from having to write it again. Okay. You are beginning to model a kite design on the coordinate plane as shown. Okay. We need to write an equation that models part A of the kite. Okay, so what do we need to write an equation? Slope. What else? Y-intercept. Okay, so what is my slope? Up 1, 2, forward 1, 2, 3, 2/3, and my y-intercept crosses the y-axis at 4. Okay, so y equals 2/3 x plus 4. Okay. We want to write an equation for part B of the kite. We need slope. We need y-intercept. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. This time I'm going down. Forward 1, 2, 3. Okay, so -4/3, rise over run. The y-intercept, where it crosses on the y-axis, is 4. So y equals -4/3 x plus 4. Okay. Do the kite parts form a right angle? Justify your answer. Okay. What does it mean for them to make a right angle? They need to be perpendicular. What do they have to be in order to be perpendicular? They need to have opposite reciprocal slopes. Do they have opposite reciprocal slopes? Well, this slope is 2/3, and this slope is -4/3. Okay, they have the opposite part, but their fraction isn't right, so they are not perpendicular.